Now we can open up some questions. You can begin to ask the questions. So we would like to stay all the questions more related to service here and more related to the topics of last 6 months webcast. Thank you. So as you're asking, preparing a question, people, maybe I'll just say a few words. So as you all know, this is the last webcast of the series. So this is in service. This is the last one. And in August, we will not have webcasts. So we'll take a 1 month break, which is not really a break. We have to prepare for the next 6 months webcast. So, and then the other the announcement here is healing from the source. Many of you know I have posted in my Facebook a number of times the research project that we have from the healing from the source, which is actually starting today, July 9th. So it's starting today, but you still have opportunity to register, sign up, and it's free. And the only thing is we're asking everybody to help us by, all the suggested requirement of the filling up, reporting your feedback, daily basis, as clear as possible, that those all, whatever in these research protocols, reports that you have to do, we're asking you to do that. That's how you're going to help us to analyze the data better. We have more data to analyze, so to see more what's going on. And so I encourage anybody who wanted to do that, and also let other people know who are interested. And so, yeah, so I think any questions you have, Frank? Yeah.
Sonia asks, what to do when you are supporting someone emotionally, but this is draining your own energy? Abandon the person and help myself, or what to do?
So the question is here, when you are trying to help somebody, and so basically the other person, it's draining your emotion. You're losing your emotion, that person is draining, and so should I abandon that person, leave, or what should I do? Okay. Is that so? So I think in this short meditation we just did, I hope you practice exactly applying that situation in your situation with this meditation we just did. So if you look at yourself clearly, you have clear intention to help that person. Maybe it's also true that person need help and need help from you. But in the process, what's happening is you're feeling your energy is getting drained, you're losing energy. So, but maybe the way you're asking question is probably you're saying, should I abandon that person? That basically you're saying that person is responsible for draining your energy, but I don't think that is exactly the case. Person might be partially responsible, and partially it's the way you relate to the person. So very often in service, when we're trying to do something, I mean, I know many situations in my life, people will say, I would like to help you if you come and move in our country. They will not exactly say that, but almost like that. You come and move to my next door, then I'll help you to do something or whatever. So helping with a lot of conditions, helping with a lot of expectations, helping with the smart ego, helping with trying to control the situation. This is typically what we do. Very often we all do that. So basically, we don't feel enough space to let our smart ego go, or even let our sense of self go, selfless instead of selfish. Selfless. So somehow somebody says, it's not about me, it's about you. The example that I gave before in the beginning, that student of mine, when she said, she realized she was trying to control. The moment she let go of the control, mother was more receptive. For sure, it was less draining for her that moment. Moment she let go of controlling, it's less draining. The draining happens when you're trying to control, and more draining happens when you think or when you feel you're not able to control and you're trying harder to control, and the conflict arises, and then you drain. But when you let go, whatever help is needed there, I'll help, and that's all. If you feel able to feel like that, then I think it will drain you less in that situation. Probably all the rest of the question that you're going to ask, the single answer is what I just said, might be the same answer again and again. But anyway, I'm going to take the next question.
Kathleen asks, can we be of service to the larger world to affect the collective pain body, or should we focus on what is close to us?
That's a very good question. The question is, should we able to address the larger collective pain body, the world, or should I focus more to the close ones? Well, I think it's not one or the other. I think it's more like who you are, where you are in that particular situation in your life, what your how you say possibility to influences. So I think it might depend very much on you and your position in your life, and how much your ability. So I would not limit one with the other one. Obviously, if you are in the position and you know you can affect, and you know you can help, and you know you have enough courage, strength, patience to help larger, definitely I would encourage you to focus larger. And when you face challenges, when you face kind of becoming a little bit like a hopeless, not give it up, but then you focus on what you are able to focus. So I think it's just always, I think, trying to find a way to help others is it's a purpose of our life. It makes our own life richer and more meaningful and more complete.
Tamara asks, could you speak a bit about the difference between serving others versus attempting to fix them? Tamara asks, could you speak a bit about the difference between serving others versus attempting to fix them?
Okay. So this is the request. Can I speak a little bit more about, when we trying to serve others and trying to fix them? So that's exactly a very, very good question. And very often, I think the first answer is related to that. Very often, yourself, either it's a smart ego, either it's your own need, either your own discomfort or your pain, it manifests in the process of, it manifests everywhere in our life, and then it's sad when it manifests when you're really trying to help somebody. It's sad. So it's I think it's very something very simple, that we always have to pay close attention to ourselves, self-conscious, being self-aware, and how the situation is. Am I really trying to control this person, or am I really trying to help this person? So that able to ask that question again and again, and if your intention is really trying to help that person, then fixing is trying to fix somebody, trying to control somebody is not the way to do it. If you are trying to fix somebody, if you are trying to control somebody, then it's a different story. Then I would say, if you realize you are trying to control somebody, I would say that is also not such a good idea.
James asks, can you please speak more about identifying with one's ego in a helping situation?
One ego?
With one's ego in a helping situation?
Yeah. Does it mean like, does ego has any role of helping other people?
Yes.
Yeah. So the question, I think the question is when one trying to help somebody, does ego has some role? Well, one time somebody told me a story which kind of it made me think a lot about it. And somebody said, well, when I go out in the street and I trying to help give some apples to a homeless person, and then right after I gave the apple to the homeless person, I feel bad. I said, why did you feel bad? And the person said, well, I feel like a little bit more ego, that I have an apple, I am the giver, and I am giving to this person who needs food. So by being aware of there was an ego made him feel bad. Well, it's in a way, I think, makes sense. Clearly, there was an ego, right? Then there is an ego. Clearly, there was an ego. And in ultimately, ego are not supposed to be good. But we are not able to get rid of ego completely. Ego is part of our everyday life. Ego makes us do things. Ego basically makes this world run. As we know, ego is making this world run. So it's almost impossible to go somewhere where there is no ego. So it's more about managing that ego well. And so I think this person feeling bad about giving apple to somebody, I would not go that far, because I will recognize it. I will try to let that ego go, but not feel bad because I have an ego. Because even the one who is reflecting is the ego. So one who is feeling bad is also ego. So ego, it's almost impossible to separate oneself from that. So I think basically ego has a sense of self, identity of sense of self, has a role in our life. We're trying to play a better role, clear role, balanced role, and to be more efficient, effective, helpful in society. I think so. So I think yes. So ego seems like a role there.
Victoria asks, I live my ordinary life and try to practice dream yoga, but I haven't a guru in my life to lead me. What should I do?
I have what?
But I haven't a guru in my life to lead me.
Rule.
Yeah, guru. A guru.
Guru. Guru. Yeah.
What should I do?
So the question is, I've been trying to do dream yoga practice, and I don't have a teacher. And so what should I do? Okay. Well, dream yoga practice is usually, of course, dream and sleep is the practice that really you do by yourself. So there's no, in a way, you have to kind of dream is very much where you're entering in deep in you, your unconscious. Dream is where you are seeing your inner world, inner stories. And so in some sense, I think it's important to find some deeper support in dream, master in your dream, the teacher in your dream, the guide in your dream. Yes, that's very important. Obviously, in order to have that, to having external teacher is helpful. That is something that for me, for personally, I cannot imagine not having my teachers from whom I have learned, who have blessed me, who have been supporting me continuously for last 40 years. And I cannot imagine. So I think if you feel the need and then pray for it, look for it, you'll find it.
Jane asks, what is the best way of helping people with Alzheimer or dementia? Thank you so much, Rinpoche.
So the question about what is the best way to help people with the disease of
Alzheimer.
Alzheimer and dementia. Yeah. So I think in a way, I don't feel like any different in the situations. Particularly, maybe in this situation, maybe it's a little bit difficult when people are losing their memories, and so somehow I think probably the best way is not to expect very much out of them, not to expect too much from them, and moment to moment, whatever, it's just like a moment to moment, whatever the needs are arising, and trying to be fully open and do it, and but not trying to having long term some sense of expectations or something like that. But any kind, any form of, I think, expectation when you're trying to help somebody, it's a difficult. And I clearly understand to not have expectation is not easy. And but if you're trying to help somebody with some plan and strategy and in something, you do got to have some plan. But I'm not saying it's impossible not to have a plan in our life. I mean, we have to plan for this webcast, so it's impossible. But planning with openness, planning with flexibility, planning with okay and accepting changes, and planning okay, well, if it's not going to work out, it's fine too. So that way, I think we can help more others.
Hayden asks, what to do when you see that the person who asks for help doesn't really want help, wants to stay in his or her painful situation? The person only wants help to deal with the actual situation, but not to find a solution.
So this question is, the person that you're trying to help does not really want your help. The person who wanted to continuously be in that situation. And so how to help that person? That's the difficult, right? Somebody who needs it, who don't want it, and who wanted to continuously be in that situation. Okay, let's for a moment bring our attention inward. I will take a little break from the questions. Bring your attention inward. For a moment, trying to be in that stillness, a familiar place, silence, that familiar place, that spaciousness, that familiar place, feeling that deep sense of connection to these qualities in you, connection to yourself. Feel that. Breathe deep, and particularly the one who asked this question, and all those who have similar questions. Somebody is not receptive of your service, don't want your help. Just breathe it out, the anxiety, the anxiousness, the helplessness, the sadness, whatever emotions that you're feeling, breathe it out. Bring your connection to yourself through that stillness, silence, and spaciousness. As you feel more connection to yourself, to that space, that awareness, warmth, and see that person who is not receptive. Don't judge, don't analyze, just feel the presence of that person. See, connect, feel the connection. And gradually see this person's pain that person is going through as it is. suffering that person is going through, fear that person is going through, the hopeless situation that person is kind of going through. Feel that. Feel genuine, deep empathy as you see more and more the weakness and pain of that person and connecting with that from your heart. Feel compassion, allow to feel compassion if you are feeling the empathy, if you are connecting with the pain of this person, allow the compassion. Open your heart. Compassion will arise. Care, love. Now, if you are truly able to connect with yourself, that space, that awareness, that warmth in you, it will help you to recognize more the other person, such as truly able to see the other person's weakness, pain, need, confusions. And you truly see that and connect with that, the other person's pain, you will feel naturally, effortlessly, a deep, moving empathy from your heart. If you truly feel that empathy, you'll feel care and compassion, kindness to that person. It's a very natural flow of sequence. If it's true, you are already helping that person without even knowing helping that person, because you have opened your heart. You understood that person. You connected with that person. You're sending that vibes of compassion and kindness to that person. You're already helping to that person. It's not like agreeing. This person says, I want your help or not. You are already helping. This person is already helped because you already connected. Connection already is there. And that you can do. That anybody can do from anywhere, from far away, regardless of somebody is alive or not. Somebody is geographically far away. One can do it. You can do to that way to that person. If there is a specific thing that as a task, as an event, something needed to happen, and you needed to control that situation in the name of helping that person, and you're trying to control that situation because that person is not allowing you to do that, and you are feeling that person is not receptive of your help, you're not able to help that person, then notion of your help is very limited. and you are not connected to start with that person. So if you are not connected with that person, there's no way you can help. Help only can happen after connection with somebody. If there is no connection, the help is not possible. Just be aware of that. Maybe in your situation, or many of you are in the same story situation, it's very possible it's not somebody don't want help. It's not that you don't want to help. You're caught up in controlling. You're caught up trying to fix something, as somebody else said before, trying to fix something. In the process, you lost the connection with that person. And that's the worst part. That changes everything. It doesn't allow you to help. Probably the only reason why this person don't want help from you, this person does not feel enough connection with you. So you wanted to help, build the connection first. Not plan to do things, list of doing things. Connection. And connection can be simple as a short 10-minute practice we just did. If you genuinely help that opening in you, connection with somebody, felt understanding of somebody, able to relate to their pain, able to send some kindness, you're already helping. In a very subtle way, you're already helping. Just understand that. Okay. So maybe one or two more questions, and then we were going to close.
Thanks, he asks, what part do the lineage masters play in helping us serve well?
So what does a lineage master play role? Others to help serve better, right? So, well, I personally, what I try to do is anytime and when I begin to teach, or even when I do a short prayer while we're eating with a group of people, this is what I pray. I said, may I help them to help others. May these teachings become most helpful for them and help others. Because it's the cycle of help. It's not like one person can help everybody. There's no way. But one person needs to help somebody to help other people. This is what I exactly said earlier in the beginning of the webcast. I am here in Lima, in Peru. So in this university here, so we are able to talk with many people in the business world, in managers and directors and deans and school teachers, and it's just I felt like just whatever I can be little help to open some ideas to these people, and these are the people who are already helping a lot to other people, and just it gives little support, further support to help other people. So I believe that very much, and I pray that also, that every time I'm teaching or something like that, may I help these people so that they can help others. Or also sometimes I say, may I help myself to help others. So in liberating my own being, may I benefit others. This is a line of prayer that I sing. Liberating my own being, I benefit others. So considering that challenges that I face, not ignoring them, dealing with them, clearing them, I know then only I can help others, but not avoiding and leaving it and then trying to help somebody, and which is the case. Many of questions that all of you ask, it's the reason why you are facing challenges to help somebody is because you have not dealt fully your own first. So the practices, short practices, what we did, it's a kind of way of coming back to yourself, finding that more clear place in yourself. From that clear place, acting of helping, serving others, it's always better. Last question.
Roxanne asked, after 2 years of meditating every day, should I continue practicing if I suddenly feel disappointed and think that meditation was a misuse of time? Do meditation teachers ever feel disappointed with meditation and want to stop?
So what is she saying? Sorry?
She's saying, after 2 years of meditating every day, should I continue practicing if I suddenly feel disappointed and think that meditation was a misuse of time? Do meditation teachers ever feel disappointed with meditation and want to stop?
So she's been meditating for 2 years every day, and sorry, I'm not understanding.
Sorry. So, and she says she thinks that meditation was she was losing her time.
She was losing her time. Okay. So basically somebody is asking that she has been meditating for 2 years every day, and now at some point she feels like she's wasting her time. So does any meditation teacher ever feels like that way? Yeah. So yeah, that's wonderful. Good question, and I can clearly answer for myself. I would never feel that meditation is wasting your time, because if you're really saying that, then it depends on you. What do you mean by meditation? Because if meditation is something very deeply connected with yourself, there's no disappointment. You're connected to the source. So I don't see any way any genuine teacher, understanding teacher would feel like that. No way. So thank you very much. And as I said earlier, that this is our last session, and month of August is a break for all of you, and work for all us to continue to prepare for the next one. Next one will begin in September 10th, and the titles and the topics we will announce that, and so. And for more information, obviously you can visit to ligmincha.org, and also welcome to sign up with my Facebook page, Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche. So that's all for now, and thank you very much.